Thank you for joining us for Elko Live today. It is such a pleasure to be in studio and sitting with our Elko Area Chamber's CEO, Billie Crapo, who's going to bring us an update on all this summer fun that we're just zooming into. Billie, it's what a pleasure to see you. Welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me. I always enjoy. I always enjoy this. It's on my calendar, and it's like you send me my little special text, and I'm like, yep, I will be here.
Oh,
I enjoy this half an hour that I get to spend with you, but then I get to see you at other events and things as well. But I do appreciate that you give us this time that we can talk about the chamber, because there's nothing I like to talk about more than the chamber, except for maybe my grandkids.
Well, yeah, and we can take another half an hour.
That's a different thing.
Exactly. So. We're always happy to fold in family, because that's really why a lot of people enjoy living in Elko County. We have, the lower crime rates. We've heard from our police chief about that, especially when compared to other communities. We've been hearing about our lower tax rates. We heard about that yesterday from the assessor.
Yes.
There are beautiful Nevada blue skies, plenty of fresh air and sunshine, and all the events.
Yes.
And
so many things focused on families in this community. And right now, over at the softball field, they're having the girls softball all-star tournaments going on. So there's tons of people in town, which of course is bringing more people, more, hotels and food and all those kind of things, as well as just great family time.
Yes, great family time, great business community and connections. We always start off our program with a reminder of business after hours, and you've got that going on tonight.
We do, and we're pretty excited. So Ship Group and Braemar Construction, which are both owned by Dusty Ship, are going to be hosting this evening. It's going to be right there on the corner of Mountain City Highway and Idaho Street. So part of it on Silver, right there, right across from the fire station. Braemar Construction's facility is there, and they're in the process of remodeling that building right now. And so, but we can go in and see what they're doing and see some of the changes. But they also purchased the A1 drilling building right next to them over there, and they have done remodel on that and moved the Ship Group. So they're through LPT Realty. So the Ship Group is in that building as well. And so we're going to be kind of doing a combo between the two businesses and kind of an outdoor, indoor event. So we're looking forward to everybody joining us. It starts at 5:30. There's going to be food and raffles and drinks and mainly networking. That's our thing. The chamber does. We do a lot of networking. We feel like bringing businesses together and other people from the community to come and meet these businesses is one of our main goals.
Yep, relationship building and certainly making those connections. And so at the Ship Group location, we know, is there any special instruction for parking, Billie, just because that intersection's a little busy?
The intersection's pretty busy. There's entrance on Idaho Street, and then there's two different entrances on Silver Street that
Perfect.
You can get into, and they have parking all the way down, all the way to General Fence. So there's that whole lot. There's tons of parking, so don't feel like there's nowhere to park. 3 different locations to get in and plenty of parking.
Yeah, it's kind of that whole little triangular section there. Think about just up from the Elko County Jail and Sheriff's Department.
Absolutely.
So.
And so they have, like I said, they've been doing remodel, and they have back patio and different things like that going on at the Ship Group building. 2 Wild Poppies came in and did landscaping, so used another community chamber member, which is awesome. We love supporting the small businesses, and so so come and check it out and see what they're doing. I know they have a lot of big projects going on in our community, and they've also started some projects in Winnemucca as well. But Braemar's building a subdivision in Winnemucca right now as well. So it's branching out and doing all the things. So
nice.
Yeah.
That is exciting. Mm-hmm. I love those kinds of business after hours where you get to go and see the work of chamber members, as you mentioned, the 2 Wild Poppies, because it just really makes a difference. You can see the craftsmanship or the ingenuity at work. I mean, that corner is needed a little sprucing up, and it sounds like a really fun time. 5:30.
Absolutely. And so speaking of 2 Wild Poppies, the farmers markets have started again at the chamber. So the first Saturday, it's out in Lamoille, and then the rest of the Saturdays, the farmers market is behind the chamber, behind Sherman Station. But on Thursday night, they're having an evening farmers market at 2 Wild Poppies.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's next or tonight?
Tonight. So
nice.
So they do have that going on if you're out in Spring Creek, and so they have different vendors coming in, and some of the same Lots Beach Family Farms and different places too that are coming in. Some of your same vendors from the other farmers market, but they're just doing a Thursday evening one as well. So make sure, if you're not at business after hours, but you're out in Spring Creek, stop in and see them at Two Wild Poppies, because they have lovely facilities there. And I know that they've done weddings and receptions and different things on the property. So go check it out and see all the fun things that Molly has out there.
Oh, she does such a beautiful job there at the base of the gorgeous towering Ruby Mountains, and it's such a gorgeous time to be out there. Everything's really green.
It is, and she has delivered the flowers, so all the beautiful pink flowers at Sherman Station were done by Two Wild Poppies as well.
Aw, thanks,
because of course
Molly.
we are here to support our small businesses.
Yep. Thanks, Billie. Billie Crapo is Elko Area Chamber CEO, kind of getting things started off on today's radio show with, again, just a reminder, almost all the events that we talk about, there's no cost for admission. Business after hours is free. You don't have to be a chamber member. It starts at 5:30. It's a mixer, come as you are. And then, of course, you can browse and shop. I mean, we've got Art in the Park coming up. We have Lamoille Country Fair coming up, Billie. I mean, there's so many cool things.
There's so many fun things and all the different stuff. And the Elko County Art Club has made it their facility open longer and different hours. And so it's a gallery, so you can go in there. They have longer hours, and so a lot of our local artists have items for sale in there as well. So I highly recommend checking out the Elko County Art Club too. Of course, they host the Art in the Park, but they've grown and they're just doing great things downtown. So
right there on Railroad Street, on the same block as the beautiful brewery that
Yes.
we've got on the corner there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. And so, yeah, check them out. Downtown is booming right now. They got some businesses going. They got things. DBA Wine Walks are back on. So love our downtown. So I hope people go down there and check out some of the great shops and restaurants that are happening. And the DBA has now got permission to have some food trucks down there during their wine walks. This last wine walk, they didn't have anybody that was available. So hopefully, starting soon on wine walk days, that they'll have some food trucks available in the corridor as well.
Wow, Billie, you just, and that reminded me too. I know that Great Basin College Foundation is excited to host their first event of the summer, Beats and Bites.
Yes.
Music and food are returning to the Great Basin College campus.
I know, I love it.
Yes.
And they will be hosting next month's business before hours as well on the campus, because we're trying to get people to feel more comfortable about the campus. Some people are intimidated by it because they don't know. They use Sayberg Hall and they're like, I don't know where that is. You know, those kind of things if they haven't spent a lot of time. So we're trying to get people, and of course they are as well, encouraging people to take advantage of the campus. And they do have facilities that you can rent and different things like that. And so, we are so lucky to have Great Basin College, and we want the community to see it more and use it more and just enjoy it more.
Fantastic. So looking forward to that, Billie. Well, I know you brought a list, and we may have veered off, but I want to make sure we're getting to everything.
We did a little bit here and that kind of thing. I just want to say that we had an excellent beer festival last weekend. It was Saturday night down behind Sherman Station. We had 500 plus people that attended. We had music and food, and
You said
we had over 500. Yeah. So, and then we had cornhole, and
Wow.
we had Event Source had axe throwing going on, so you could win chamber checks for that. Yeah, it was a great time. And
That's
the weather
fantastic.
was perfect, and
Yeah.
so it's always one of our great events. It was our 14th year that Block Distributing has sponsored us and taken care of us and donated us almost all of the product. And so that means that the funds can go straight to the chamber, to our general fund, to pay for our bills and our paychecks and all of those kind of things, and just all the different programs that we provide for our members.
Nice. And so when that big event is wrapped up, then you're only as good as your last production. And so you're working on Sherman Dinner, right?
Yep, we have not, it just phased right into it. So Sherman Dinner is coming up on July 27th, and it is a dinner and auction, and we have live auction, we have silent auction, we have raffles, we have dinner and open bar and different things going on during the event. What makes it great is it is a total fundraiser for the Sherman Station. So our beautiful buildings, every penny that is raised during that evening goes to the repair, maintenance, and restoration of Sherman Station. And so right now we are working with Row Painting, who is also a chamber member, and they're going to be coming in and scraping and repairing all of the trim and then painting all of the trim on Sherman Station and all of our outbuildings. So it's going to be a big project. In the next 4 weeks, they're going to be coming in and getting all of that done. So we're very excited to have that done and have it professionally done and have the building look beautiful before Sherman Dinner. So we're very excited about that. And then we also have Nevada Gold Mines volunteers doing some in-kind donations to come in and build us a new barn door, because on the stables it's had broke and it's kind of needs repaired and those kind of things, and they're volunteering their time to come and build us new doors. So we're very excited about that. Matt Miller is on our board. He was on our board with Kinross, and now he's over at Nevada Gold Mines, and so he is working on getting a volunteer group, and he said they're very excited to come in and do some repairs for us. So we're very excited to have that done, and just get a couple projects done before Sherman Dinner, so it's beautiful for the dinner, and then we're going to be working on the next projects that we have to have done, because when you have 100-year-old plus building, you always have projects.
It's always something. Yep. Well, definitely. It's so nice to have all these professionals, and especially since they're volunteers, Billie, because they're willing to pitch in, and often the companies pay for the materials. And as you said, the Sherman Dinner is a huge fundraising opportunity. This chamber is just so strong, Billie.
It is super strong. And I did last year, I had Ken Ross and First Majestic have volunteers come out and do some repairs for me as well. Fix some railing and things like that. So it's really nice to see. People think that the mines just write checks and they give money, which is amazing, and they do, but they really are involved in the community, and their people are out there giving their time, and in different aspects as well. They're on boards, they're on committees, they're doing the things with the schools, and so kudos to all the mines in our community.
Yeah, we just came from that successful Elko Mining Expo, and again saw how many families are involved, and no matter how big, just how big your mining company is, you're only as good as your employees. And so these companies recognize that, and they extend these benefits, like you said, to the families, and they encourage them to volunteer and participate, make this community better.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we do appreciate all the things that the mining companies and the mining support companies do for this community.
Billie Crapo is our chamber CEO as we're catching up here in our June program. Again, Business After Hours is tonight, and that'll begin at 5:30. Everybody is invited. That'll be at the Ship Group location there on West Idaho Street. Just look for all the cars and listen for all the fun that'll be coming from that direction.
Yeah, we're very excited. They stepped up, and we had somebody that couldn't do it, and they stepped up last minute and have just went full force to take over this event. So we're very excited to go there and show what all their different services that they're doing. And Ship Group actually too donates a lot of their time to the community as well. So
nice.
Yeah. And I do want to mention, I was talking about Sherman Dinner, but I forgot to mention that Iron Pig is going to be catering for us, and if you haven't had their food yet, they're amazing. So they have this beautiful menu that's going to be happening. We're talking carving station and sliders and ribs and the whole big Western barbecue that we're going to be doing. They're loaded mac and cheese and corn on the cob and cobbler, the whole thing. So it's going to be this authentic barbecue Western dinner for that evening. But Mark Smith and Shasta Gretsch, the owners of the Iron Pig, they just do fantastic. They're not a food truck that you normally see on the streets. They do events. And so events and catering. So they're not usually just parked somewhere at a business, that kind of thing. So you have to take advantage when there's an event to try their food, because it's pretty amazing. But in general, we just have some great food trucks in this community. And I'm just going to let that go right into Friday is Food Truck Friday here in town.
And they set up on the lot on West 3rd Street?
Yep, on Idaho Street, on the corner of 3rd and Idaho Street. That's where Las Brisas is. That's Pedro owns that lot, and he lets all the food trucks come in. So there's going to be a ton of them over there, and they have other things and seating, and sometimes they have bounce houses and stuff for the kids. But yeah, that's your opportunity to hit some of these food trucks that aren't out all the time, but they are available during events. But Iron Pig will be there as well. But so many different food trucks, and old timey ice cream and different things like that. So it's kind of fun.
That is really fun. I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because that's also in the walking distance in the neighborhood of the Stage Door, Scooter's Shake Shack. It's probably sold out. They only had a handful of tickets.
They only had a handful of tickets, and they put it out there. You've got to get your tickets online. I have my tickets.
Yay.
I have my tickets.
Know.
Nancy Streets and I and Carrie Rowley we have a girls' night date to go to dinner and go to the show. So I'm really excited. So Emily Anderson, she wrote this play and is directing it, and she's one of the owners of the Stage Door. So she worked at the Chamber for many years, but she's just a great friend, and I'm excited to go and support her. But I've heard it is hilarious.
Yeah, I've heard people are just rolling out of their seats. Sandy Beeler is starring in it. I mean, there's just a host of Paul Gregory, just really, really talented, funny people, and it's an adult production.
Yes,
it's
definitely.
Definitely. It's for the grown-ups. So,
but yeah. So if you're interested, check online to see if there's any tickets available. But I'm hearing that it's if not sold out, it's very close. I bought my tickets a month ago because I was not going to mess around.
That's right. Good for you. So that's happening again within walking distance of the Food Truck Friday. That's the great thing is all these wonderful. We have live theater. You can catch music. We have all these great bars and restaurants. Everything is within walking distance in downtown Elko.
And when you're right there, the Star is actually doing a summer concert series as well, and so they had a concert last Saturday. They have another one this Saturday. They're doing an outdoor concert, so you can go see the concert, go to the show. You can, there's just so many things. You can just walk around and
it doesn't have to be a wine walk. Make it your own wine walk.
Exactly. Yeah. You can do all the fun things, and so so they've been doing. They started last weekend at the Star, so they will have a kind of a concert series that'll be going on. I'm not 100% sure who's playing this week, but if you go to the Star, you can check it out, and they'll have that information. So they're just doing it in that parking lot, that emptied the big parking lot by El Coyote. It's right in there.
Oh, nice.
So they're just doing
by the Hotel West.
Yep. Yeah. So they're just doing it right outside.
Fun.
Yeah.
So Billie, and we often talk about all the great things that there are to do. The local merchants, we like to make our own fun. But the thing to keep in mind, too, is that the reason this is important is that we're keeping people close to home.
We're keeping people here, and they're spending their dollars
and here. They're coming here.
They're coming here. People are traveling from out of town to come to these events. Even our beer festival, we had people traveling from Idaho. We had some that said they were specifically coming from Utah that came, that are growing these things. But when you're talking Mine Expo and different things like this, these events are huge and so important for our community.
Yeah, they boost the economy, whether it's the National Cowboy Poetry Gathering in the dead of winter in January, or any number, our Ruby Mountain Hot Air Inc., the Balloon Festival that'll be coming up. I mean, they're just barrel racing. There's a series of barrel racing circuit, I guess.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And, we have Stampede coming up. We have the Elko County Fair. The Boys and Girls Club, the Eli Young Band is going to be doing a concert Thursday night, so that adds a whole nother day to the Stampede. So it's a whole nother day where people are coming in, they're staying here, they're spending their dollars here. It's just a great addition to the Stampede.
Yeah, so if anybody says there's nothing to do in Elko.
Sometimes it's just so hard to pick and choose on.
That is exactly right.
And I'm going from one event to the next event and that kind of thing. But we're extremely lucky because there is a lot going on, and some of it are for adults, but there's a lot of family events in this community. And what I like seeing now is how the arts they're growing in this community, and you see so many more shows that are happening, and you don't have to travel all the way to Salt Lake to see a show. We have some amazing, talented people in this community, and the different bars and different restaurants and things that are bringing in bands. DLC's been doing a lot of stuff down there lately. If you haven't checked out some of their shows that they're bringing in as well. There's just a lot of entertainment happening in our community.
I know I was at the Nevada Arts Council Creative Conference, and that was about 3 weeks ago, Billie, and a lot of panel discussions, small towns, large towns, but they were shocked that we have 4 performing theater groups in Elko. I mean, I said one for every different taste. There's the Overland Stage for family friendly. There's the Ghost Light, as we talked about, for more adult. Great Basin College, and of course Silver Stage Players. And there's probably some other ones
there's another
the
group,
high school.
and I can't think of the name.
Is it like Starlight? That
does the children, and they have some great shows going on. But even the high school in Elko and Spring Creek, they're putting on these great productions, and so it's
alive and
grown.
well.
It has grown so much, and I think people are reaching out and appreciating it more.
Yep, we have all these beautiful venues and performance spaces. We want to fill them with players and audiences too.
Yes.
I want to make sure we're getting to your list today.
I think we're hitting a lot of it. I do want to say, because we talked about Food Truck Friday in Elko. There's also Food Truck Friday in Spring Creek on the 28th. So it's one Friday, it's in Spring Creek. The other one, it's on the 28th out in Spring Creek at the Hub. And so they will be having that as well. So there'll be tons of food trucks out on Spring Creek on the 28th for their Food Truck Friday. So twice a month we get Food Truck Fridays, once in town and once in Spring Creek, which I love that it's in both locations.
Well, and that's the other thing too. Even when I first moved to the Elko area, Spring Creek did not have a lot of commercial development. It was considered a retirement community. It is nice to see the responsible planned growth, because there's such a great quality of life there.
Yes.
And I don't know if Mud Hut is a chamber member, Billie.
They are,
but,
absolutely.
I'm so excited that I'm happy to hear that. They have this beautiful building.
It's gorgeous. 2-story, beautiful brand new building
in Spring Creek.
In Spring Creek. And so they'll have 2 locations in Spring Creek and 1 in Elko. And I'm good for them. Local gals that were born and raised here and lived here and raised their families here are just thriving in this community. So,
and it's important to consider that, because often we'll be critical of big business, but look at this small business investing in the community, because that's exactly what it is. They're creating a space for the community to gather. It's not just about selling cups of coffee. They're creating an environment, and they're inspiring other growth, and they're putting their profits, their proceeds back into the community.
Yeah.
Isn't that great, Billie?
And to see them grow and just thrive, and it's exciting. And and they're one of the first ones that you'll see sponsoring events and donating things to raffles and different things like that too. So,
and they're entirely local.
Yeah.
Not a franchise.
Nope, absolutely. Just local. And like I said, they're from here, were born here, went to school here, and making it their home and growing it. So
sounds like a future radio show.
Yeah. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, that is great. Well, I'm so pleased. Again, not surprised they're chamber members. And we should mention too, chamber membership really is wide open. You're helping the business community. I talked with Janet Irabarn yesterday and said, remember to include the chamber. They're really trying to reach out to let small business owners know, especially that their equipment reporting deadline is coming up. So you need to do that. So the chamber helps businesses take care of business too.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely, and definitely are advocating for our businesses as well. So
so whether you need an accountant, someone to help with your creative, a marketing design, someone to come in and just kind of look over your store, your business, give you. You have the best staff for doing that.
Yep, and if we can't help you, we have chamber members that we can refer to you. People that we get a lot of people coming in that are just wanting to start businesses, and we get them on the right track on what they need to do and who they need to contact. And of course, RNDC is one of the first ones that we send them to for information on funding and business plans and different things like that. As a nonprofit organization, they're doing amazing things and are funding a lot of our businesses in this community. I think a lot more than people realize, because they have some great programs.
Well, and the chamber is helping make those connections. Billie, thank you for the work that you do as well. I know you sit on the Elko Convention and Visitors Authority, the marketing advisory.
I do.
Yeah,
I do, and that's one of the ones that I just have a great passion for, because then you get to see the people that are building these events and growing these events, and how we can help market them outside the community, so we can get more people here in our hotels, in our restaurants, in our retail stores, spending time here. And so, it's one of my favorite committees that I'm on. I'm also on the Community Development Committee for Nevada Gold Mines. And so this is the same kind of thing where people are bringing their dreams in and their desires and things that are going to help with the community. And so Right now, it was $10 million that Nevada Gold Mines has put into the new rec center that has finally broke ground. They helped a good chunk of for the Children's Advocacy Center, and so we had our last meeting at the Advocacy Center, and Tyler gave us a tour of the whole facility, and it was nice to see the plans and all the things that went into it, with us helping get that money to them to come to fruition. And it's a beautiful facility. It's really sad that we need that beautiful facility, but they're using it a lot. So we're very lucky to have that in our community, but to see some of the projects from just the blueprints to finishing is pretty awesome as well. So I don't think people realize sometimes that a lot of these businesses and organizations, especially nonprofit organizations, are really, really largely funded by Nevada Gold Mines.
Well, thanks, Billie, and thanks for all the work that you do, again, on these various committees. We've really just scratched the surface, as we do at least once a month, talking about the Elko Area Chamber. So we just want to remind anyone listening, whether you're new to the community, you've retired here, maybe you are in business, maybe you're missing business, whatever it is, and you don't have to be, again, a business owner to be a participant and a member of the chamber.
Absolutely. And we just encourage even people just in the community to come to our events, attend our lunch and learns, attend our networking events, at no cost to you, and just kind of see what's happening in our business world, what's happening with the chamber. Meet my team, because they're amazing. Those ladies are some of the hardest workers, and they have the same passion and drive for businesses and for this community as I do. And so it's just, we're here. Use us. Let us help you.
And help grow our community in all the best ways. We value you so much, Billie, and everything that the Chamber is able to accomplish. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Business After Hours, 5:30 tonight. And that'll be at the Ship Group there on West Silver Street, just that busy intersection. We used to call it Crazy Corners.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yep, definitely. So
it's the site for fun.
So please join us.
All right. Thank you so much, Billie, for being our guest on Elko Live, as you do once a month, catching up with the Elko Area Chamber. And listeners, we appreciate you being on the other end for Elko Live today on KELK.